April 13th, 2021, a South African investment business called Africrypt suffered one of the largest financial hacks in recorded history, losing roughly 69,000 Bitcoin, valued then at roughly $3.6 billion. An incredibly devastating and shocking event for those who had invested in the company. There's just one minor problem with this story, however. The hack might never have actually happened. Just think, you could have been a victim, and there's a handful of ways to avoid it. Of course, common sense and a healthy amount of skepticism being the two main ones. But luckily, today's sponsor is also a great way to lessen the amount of exposure that you even have to potential scams. Guardio acts as the first line of defense between you and malicious actors. They detect threats before they even become an issue. How, you ask? Well, with their browser extension and mobile app, you get features such as phishing and harmful site blocks, scans that remove malicious extensions, protection for your emails, search hijacker corrections, dangerous download blocks, pop-up blocks, and more. In fact, I didn't even mention the best part yet. They have real-time data breach reporting, so you're going to be immediately alerted if your data is discovered, where it was discovered, and exactly what was leaked. Consider how often you watch a video on my channel about companies getting hacked, and then consider I only make videos about less than 1% of the hacks that occur. That should let you know that this happens often and you should always know when, so you can better protect yourself. You can scan your browser for threats for free right now by visiting god.io/KiraTV and installing the extension, which comes with an immediate 7-day free trial to all premium features. You can also get 20% off their monthly subscription using my link. So go and get protected and always be vigilant against scammers. By the year 2019, the world had seen dozens of companies appear as if from nowhere, claiming to be the future of finance. The pitch is pretty much always the same. We are leveraging the brand new and amazing technology, blockchain, cryptocurrency. And this is of course going to make money appear from thin air. Most often they would claim to trade Bitcoin, usually using AI or trading bots, and pass the profits of those trades to the investors. Companies like OneCoin went on to raise roughly $4 billion without ever doing a single thing it claimed. Another, perhaps more famous example is of course the meme machine that was BitConnect. There are dozens of examples, some famous and many that you've never heard about. In South Africa, however, even by the year 2019, they remained relatively isolated from the rot of blockchain. That is, until two teenagers showed up with a very familiar promise.
AI, or artificial intelligence, offers our future infinite opportunities. But what happens when AI comes across a fund? How brilliant would it be? Africrypt was created by a team of seasoned technologists and experienced finance professionals that recognized the opportunity for algorithmic trading within the digital asset markets. The result is the Africrypt AI-driven trading platform.
Race and Amir Kaji were notable Bitcoin miners who had also been using algorithms to trade Bitcoin with some success. Using those accolades and funds, they started an investment firm called Africrypt. The pitch was utterly ridiculous, claiming that due to their experience and expertise, they could guarantee a return of 10%, not yearly, but monthly, meaning you could essentially double any investment within 1 year. Somehow this pitch attracted wealthy South African elites to the table, millions of dollars turned into tens of millions, which ballooned into hundreds of millions for the Africrypt investment fund. The website, which of course no longer exists, lists the CEO as then 19-year-old Reyes Kaji, claiming that he founded the business in 2013 when he would have been 13 years of age. The crazy part is that he was the older of the brothers. At the same time, the chief operating officer was 16. This information was conveniently left off the website at the time though. During a joint and also since deleted interview with a South African publication, the brothers stated that their vision for the company was to develop the first African cryptocurrency-focused bank, providing decentralized finance to the people who need it most, giving easy access to capital for young entrepreneurs, and stimulating growth and prosperity for all African people. They also had plans to launch their very own blockchain that they'd already developed to rival Bitcoin and Ethereum, which both had market caps in the hundreds of billions of dollars by this point. Their first crypto token was going to be called Africoin. This all, of course, was a totally ridiculous premise, as there's no such thing as guaranteed return on investment, especially not one with cryptocurrency and paying out 10% like clockwork. But still, the platform continued operation from 2019 until 2021 with little to no fuss, especially on the global scale where no one even knew this thing existed, much like many other platforms even to this day that receive no coverage until things go terribly, terribly wrong.
Cryptocurrency, the market, closely resembles a Ponzi scheme or multi-level marketing scheme. And studies have shown that in MLMs, 99% of people lose.
FTX went from a $32 billion company to bankruptcy in the matter of just 4 days or so.
If you were to look them up on social media, you would see the two brothers engaging in behavior that would fit a Gen Z millionaire, buying Lamborghinis with cash, walking around in expensive suits, renting massive mansions, and otherwise living a decadent lifestyle that they seem to promise to their investors. You'll see this very often in this kind of space. They want to be seen living ridiculous, lavish, opulent lifestyles, because then people will look at it and think, wow, they must be doing something right. Maybe if we invest with them, so will we. And of course, it very often works. Seeing these people live the dream fueled the rise of Africrypt, leading people to sell their cars, refinance their homes, and throw it all into the platform in order to try and reach financial freedom in the quickest manner possible. According to all reports online, in just 2 short years, Africrypt had become a $3.6 billion empire of Bitcoin. That is until April 13th, 2021, where this letter circulated to those same investors who'd put their life savings into the hands of these kids. It states that the company has been the victim of a widespread data breach and hack. All nodes, systems, client accounts, and client wallets had been impacted, though to what extent was currently unknown. The letter also urges the readers to avoid legal action as it could, quote, delay the recovery process. Basically, don't contact the authorities, don't get lawyers involved, because if you do, it might mean you don't get your money back. Within the letter, they also claim to be halting operation, though they do make it sound temporary, and with some hope of the funds being recovered. This was all, of course, a massive shock, but the real crazy information was soon going to be made public. You see, buried within their user agreement signed by those who invested in the platform was a clause that very specifically stated the website owners were not liable in case of any damages or financial loss due to the platform being the victim of a hack. Very specific, but maybe it was just entirely standard. Investors, of course, banded together to try and figure out what was going on, some even heading to the registered office of the Africrypt business. It was a sad little office for such a rich company, and also now completely empty, totally abandoned. The website was also taken offline very quickly after the letter surfaced. This was all evidence that things were not really as they seemed, as well as the temporary halting operation of the business probably wasn't going to be temporary. Next, they began contacting the police, who started an investigation into the missing funds. You see, in 2019, people had already come to understand that Bitcoin was not the mystery anonymous currency that it was hailed as back in the early days. Up until around 2013, the popular consensus was that Bitcoin just couldn't be traced, allowing for it to be used in criminal activity with complete impunity. By 2019 though, everyone knew better and just how incredibly easy it is to track Bitcoin. It's almost like following a permanently available and totally public breadcrumb trail. To a point, of course, because the Africrypt money was now untraceable. Whoever had taken it had laundered it and tumbled it using dark web mixers, making it difficult to tell where exactly it had gone and who had received it. You can think of a tumbler as a giant public washing machine where anybody can open it at any time and put in their own laundry and then take out someone else's. There's no way to know whose is whose, and whether the Bitcoin you have now was previously used in some kind of illicit marketplace or in some kind of crime. This made everything a dead end. The law firm and police who were investigating had hit a dead end on the office, the website, the money, and so they needed the brothers, who had now gone missing. Fallen off the face of the planet, of course, no longer in South Africa, their social media profiles completely gone, their phones unanswered, their Lambos sold, the mansions vacated, assets liquidated, and all just days before the alleged hack had occurred. People started digging further and further, and then they found that the brothers had made some very interesting travel plans in the months and weeks prior to the events of April 13th, 2021. They'd both bought citizenships in Vanuatu just months ago, which is a tax haven that also offers visa-free access to over 130 countries. Employees of the Africrypt company began coming forward with alarming facts, claiming that just 1 week prior to the hack, all employees' access to back-end systems was completely removed or restricted. They'd essentially all been demoted to being unable to perform their jobs, access funds, or see what was going on internally. And this happened without any explanation whatsoever. Some of them even alleged that the brothers' previous crypto project had also been hacked mysteriously in 2019, just before Africrypt was founded. All funds had gone missing in a very similar fashion, which kind of makes you wonder about the specifics of the terms and conditions, stating that if money was hacked, the company had no liability. Meanwhile, according to investigators, in the weeks following the brothers' mysterious disappearance, they flew from South Africa to Brazil, then to the United Arab Emirates, then to Tanzania before settling in the United Kingdom with their family, though where they remain today is a complete mystery, still considered to be in hiding from what they claim were severe death threats from dangerous investors who wish them harm due to funds lost during the hack, which they still maintain definitely happened and that they had zero knowledge of or involvement with. They also claim, contrary to all reports online, that the company only ever had custody of around $200 million, which they said in an interview only $5 million was ever lost to the hack. Though to date, no hack has been confirmed, no credit has been taken, and nothing has been recovered. Even stranger, in late 2021, a mysterious and newly formed company appeared as if from nowhere and offered to bail out investors, paying them 65 cents on the dollar of their losses, but only if they dropped the criminal charges against the brothers. Investors declined this offer until the charges being dropped was removed from the table, at which point over 95% of investors agreed to the payout. The company, which is called Pennython Project Management LLC, was founded in Dubai with unknown directors. During this process, however, documents were signed by one of the brothers, which appeared to have placed them in Dubai at the time. The law firm investigating on behalf of the victims alleged that the initial wallet transfer of funds from the Africrypt project went into wallets controlled by the Kaji brothers, and state that the loss of back-end access of employees was to obfuscate the transfer of funds to their own control. As of today, there remains zero expert verified evidence of any hack taking place, the brothers' locations are completely unknown, and it seems like literally nothing has been done about this. Though it is worth noting that the Swiss government did start an investigation into the brothers for money laundering in 2023 after they apparently rented a locker in Zurich and used it to deposit a hardware wallet believed to contain cryptocurrencies from the Africrypt mystery. For now though, I'll leave it up to you to decide. What happened? We all know it was just another day in the wonderful land of cryptocurrency and the mystery of missing money, but who took it? Was it a hack? Was it the brothers? Was it something in between? Was it hundreds of millions of dollars? Was it billions of dollars? Will anyone ever be arrested? Who knows? Much like many other hacks, it just seems that hundreds of millions, maybe billions of dollars goes missing and nothing really happens. But hey, that's just cryptocurrency, baby.